Hey 25th Cab, this is Chaplain Todd Daniel. This is my wife Amanda. We're back with you for a Monday Marriage Minute, and this is part 2 that we started last week of answering some questions. And so today we've got some kind of hard questions. Maybe it talks a little bit more about the hard parts of your marriage, but I think it's going to be beneficial to talk about it because we all go through struggles and trials, and this will just hopefully help you deal with some of those. So we're going to just jump right into it.
Well, I mean, we're not really here to expose all our problems, but we want you to see too, like, we're not perfect. We have problems,
Right.
and maybe some similar ones to you, or it may just help you to open up
Yes.
and talk.
So, what are the biggest hot buttons in your marriage?
Well, for me, just a broad one is accusations, when I feel like I'm being accused of something.
Okay. There you go. I think one for us is maybe differing parenting styles. Sometimes we'll bring about a hot button. We have different ideas of how we want to handle situations with our kids. Any more?
I think another one, I mean, it goes both ways too, like being attacked, when you feel like you're being attacked for something you did or didn't do.
Yeah, and I think...
or don't do, like, why didn't this? You know.
Right, yeah, I mean, I think another hot button is, I mean, I think we spend quality time together, but sometimes the time that I want to spend together is distracted by kids or other things, and sometimes it might create a tough situation. So the next question that we'll just roll right into is, pick one area in your marriage where you think you have problems, describe what is wrong, and what each of you have done to solve it. So one area in our marriage where you think we have problems.
I think maybe not problem, but our biggest challenges is, like you said, parenting.
Yeah.
I'm real disciplined, you're real graceful.
Right.
Or easy to give grace. So it kind of puts us on different pages. But I think we do a good job. We try to talk about it.
Right.
And communicate how we're going to handle situations before we actually do the discipline or correction talking.
So it works, I think it works well for us when we do what you're just saying,
Right.
when we pre-talk about it. But there are situations where our kids just bring us information, or there's something going on and we kind of react to it, and that's when we have the differing attitudes towards what should happen. And most of the time you're more disciplined, but then there are times where I think the roles reverse. But that right there can cause some kind of dissatisfaction and a little anger in our marriage, which is kind of rolls right into the next question, which is, when you are hurt or angry with your spouse, what do you do? You don't always have to answer, but you can.
My first response is usually I shut down and
Okay.
get quiet. I know what you do.
What do I do?
You want to talk.
Yeah, I would rather talk it out. Let's, get it all out in the open and figure it out. But sometimes when I'm talking, you feel like you're still being attacked, which I guess causes more hurt. But then when you shut down, I feel like I'm hurt because you don't want to talk about it. And so that causes a little dissatisfaction in itself, which is how do we communicate that dissatisfaction with each other? Oh, you want me to answer first?
Sure.
On most situations, I try to calmly bring it about. Maybe you're fixing breakfast or, a meal, and I come into the kitchen, is usually where you're at a lot of times, and kind of calmly talk about it. And I mean, depending on what else is on our mind, I think we can work out the dissatisfaction. It's probably, I know for you, you don't like to talk about stuff like after dinner,
Right.
or into the evening.
Right.
Why is that?
I mean, I know you're supposed to solve your problems before the sun goes down, before you go to bed. So we try to do that within a good time frame after dinner, take a walk or whatever. But I don't like to after like a certain period at night, because we like to have our family like calm down, chill time, and to me, when we get worked up
Right.
in the evening, it helps. Like I can't sleep. Like I don't feel settled.
Right.
So
This
just my
is
thing.
kind of a new concept I think we've been doing since we've lived in Hawaii, because before we try to settle things at any point of the day, but me trying to respect your needs and desires.
But I mean, it also for my own, like it causes like
Yeah.
a lot of anxiety and
Right,
unrest
right.
in me. So I respect that we've now kind of come to that.
Yeah.
Where, like after 7, 8 o'clock, like we don't discuss hard issues.
Right. But we're not separate during that time
No,
either.
no.
I mean, we're still spending quality time together, watching TV, enjoying things together. We just decided not to talk about hard issues because it keeps our brain moving. It keeps it kind of rattled, and that's not how you want to relax and end the night. You just want to kind
Right.
of
So how we communicate is early on and throughout the day.
right.
Try to settle things
And so-
before night.
So as a parenting note, I know we've been on this question for quite some time, but as a parenting note, we've started doing that with our kids as well. You know, if you got a hot item, something that you want to discuss, let's make sure we handle those things before it gets too late in the evening, because we don't want anyone going to bed upset, but we don't want to start a big argument
Yeah,
either.
sometimes our kids have a tendency to storm off. We don't want them
Right.
to storm off and go to bed angry
Right.
or upset. So
No, that's perfect. So the last question, these are some hard questions today, but the last one is, in what ways have you attempted to communicate love and appreciation to your spouse? I can start first, unless you want to.
I mean, I just have an answer.
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, we try to. I think we've told you before. We communicate throughout the day. So
Yeah.
we'll send each other, like we notice something,
Right.
we'll send each other a text or an email. You know, saying what we appreciate or love. But we've told you about the app Intimately Us.
Right.
And I have reminders set up, and it pops up on my watch like different times throughout the day to remember to express
Right.
how proud I am or appreciation for things you do. So I think just being reminded of that
Right.
to tell him.
Yeah, I mean, it's sometimes you get so busy in a day that you forget, wow, your spouse did so many things for you, and you really appreciate those things. If it's fixing a meal, or getting your clothes ready, or washing your clothes, or taking care of stuff inside the house or outside the house, or just anything. I think a reminder will help that in a busy day, so that I can know, like, this is someone I appreciate and love and want to share that.
And when the other person feels appreciated, they don't always feel as attacked
Right.
when things are brought up.
Yeah, that's the respect-love cycle. So one's respected, the other one feels loved, and then when someone feels loved, they feel respected, and then the other feels loved. And it's an endless cycle that you really want to be on in your relationship. Again, we're not perfect, and we've made a lot of these mistakes, and who
Like
knows
this
what the rest of
yesterday.
who knows what the rest of the day is going to be like. But the thing is talking about it. I think that's what helps us, is just communication and trying to work out those details to help make sure we're moving in a healthy direction. So this is Chaplain Daniel, my wife Amanda. Those were some hard questions. Hope that will benefit and help you in your marriage as you begin to discuss and talk through maybe some of those hot buttons, some of those struggles, and some of those ways to communicate love and appreciation to your spouse. But this is your Monday Marriage Minute, and we'll see you next week for some more marriage tips.
To the